A lot of players feel like they're doing everything right, swinging hard, landing with their legs, pushing as hard as possible to generate as much speed as they can, and working on their form, yet they still can't hit the ball big. And I've been in that exact same scenario, and it totally sucks, even though I'd made so many swing changes. Well, it wasn't until I made this one change that I finally was able to take advantage of all this sexy muscle that I put on. I could have been hitting the ball this hard without all this muscle, but at least all the work I put on my body made me sexy. I'm so sorry, I should not have read that in the script. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to use physics to create more power without needing to put on more muscle or swing faster. The one simple change I made that helped me take advantage of the elastic-based swing and the exact sensation you need to feel to know if you are implementing this change correctly. And stick around until the end because I'll be giving away my secret to implementing this change at a moment's notice. What even gives me the right to talk about this topic? Last year, I got back into tennis, and after suffering some really bad losses, I realized I was nowhere near the level I was at when I was a junior or playing college tennis. So I set out on a journey not just to get back to that level, but to reach my full potential. All right. And this led to me discovering several elements in the strokes that the great players use, which really completely transformed my game and took me from a 2,800 in the country to top 20 in the US for adult open rankings, all in 2024. Now, the best part is I've been able to transform my forehand into one reminiscent of the great Roger Federer. And it just makes playing the game so much more fun. I do, of course, have some things to keep working on it, but it's pretty close. Now, I'm going to be honest, if you love feeling like you work super hard with your body to hit the ball hard, then I'm gonna be honest, this video just really isn't for you. These concepts in this video are about using mental power rather than physical effort to take advantage of the natural phenomenon of physics. It's extremely important that you understand this if you're going to fully unlock the power in your elastic-based swing. There are multiple ways to create power. You can do it by brute force, by swinging as fast as possible, or you can let the racket do more work without changing anything in your racket setup, okay? I'm not saying drop your tension to like 10 pounds. Manarino might do that. I'm not saying you have to do that. You can keep it the same and hit the ball way harder and still use your racket more. So how do you let the racket do more work? You're probably missing, this key concept that's preventing you from unlocking all the power in your swing. So there's really two items that are flexing: the ball and the string bed. The ball can compress more. In other words, in the images, you're gonna see the ball flatten out. And the ball can sink deeper into your string bed, right? That coil and recoil is gonna be bigger. If the ball doesn't compress, and if it doesn't sink deep into the string bed, it's like throwing a stone ball against a stone wall. You're gonna get very, very little bounce back. It's probably just gonna drop straight to the ground. So you wanna aim for getting as much ball compression as possible, as well as sinking as deep into the string bed as possible. And this is why the next point is so important to implement if you want to do that. So how does letting the ball push the racket head back at contact improve my shots? That might sound like a very, very interesting concept. The ball pushing the racket head back at contact? Are you a psychopath, bro? Well, allowing the ball to push the racket head back slightly at contact is actually going to increase that compression of the ball into the string bed a bit more, which is going to in turn maximize the energy transfer. This slight give in the racket head helps you take full advantage of that string bed's elasticity, leading to more powerful shots even if you're swinging slower. By the way, I work one-on-one full-time with juniors who want to play college or pro tennis. If you're interested in that, I put a link in the description for you to book a time with me to discuss if we're a good fit to take your junior to the next level. What if the key to unlocking all the effortless power in your shots is really as simple as just letting go? Yeah, you really need to just let go. Let go of all your muscle tension and activation. In other words, you need to become as relaxed as possible throughout your entire body. Okay? And that's a key point I'm going to come back to in a second here, all right? Now, this is going to allow you to take maximum advantage of the elasticity of your muscles through the stretch shortening cycle. As I talked about in previous videos, the amount of stretch you get in your muscles is a big determinant of how much power you can get and generate in an elastic-based swing. And if you tighten anything up, you're going to reduce the total amount of possible stretch. The natural stretching of the muscles is going to create that larger recoil and contraction, leading to a lot more power. And by allowing the racket to stretch back naturally, you're maximizing the energy stored in your muscles, releasing and resulting in a more powerful shot. Now, I think a lot of people have a misconception about this because I mentioned, that it's about releasing all your muscle tension, but most people just talk about having a loose wrist, okay? But in reality, that's only one small piece, and you want a loose arm and a loose body. And you can think of whatever you want to think about this next thing I'm about to say, but I think an example of an absolutely loose arm, like absolutely loose, and a loose body is Ben Shelton's serve and his forehand, okay? Yeah. He's remember at the US Open 2023, he lost in straight sets to Djokovic, right? But bro, he hit some ridiculously powerful forehands on the run for just scorching winners. Nobody can deny how fast those forehands were. They were crazy, right? And you're often going to hear his dad in the box telling him that he is muscling it and that he needs to relax. Like I promised earlier, here's my secret to getting ultimate relaxation and letting go of all your muscle activation and tension immediately at a moment's notice, so I can start playing more effortless and powerful shots whenever I want. The secret is, I just take all the tension in my face and I release it. Sometimes I even go as far to say, release my brain. And it sounds kind of funny, but I'm like, if I say release my face and I don't feel it enough, I'm like, dude, release your brain. Release your brain. And like all the tension in my head just disappears. And when I do this, it puts me in a total state of relaxation. And you're often going to see great athletes across all sports with a totally calm face. So now you have all the key elements to unlocking full power of an elastic-based swing. But absolutely none of this will matter if you do not train it correctly, which is why I need you to watch the next video if you want to develop an elastic-based swing and master it the right way, as absolutely fast as you possibly can, to start playing the best tennis of your life sooner rather than never.